No more silence, we take a stand. For the people who cry for the dreams that fade, we speak for the hearts that justice betrayed. Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Radio True Media
on FM 103.9.
Now we voice, now we power. True Media go shine like tower. We no go fear, we go talk. Even if they know I make we talk. True Media Radio on FM 103.9.
Now God we dey Friday, not true we dey preach. Freedom of speech, now that we dey teach.
For Salon, we go stand tall. Radio True Media,
one voice for all.
we honor the land, the struggle, the fight. We shine a light in the darkest night, because we believe in hard work and faith. The Sierra Leone way, we hold the line, come what may.
Them one set we more them, but we go shout.
It's Cammy, baby.
Education is a must, brother. If you learn, it go clear you way. Take your book and pen, make you go to school. Cause this opportunity don't come now for you. No left and sister, say knowledge and truth are forefathers spread.
Education are free.
Boy picking out picking for go school.
Education are free.
Say inside salon today, oh mama.
Education are free. Education are free.
Lamb making no go say bra nah. Say brother drop all your step, make things happen And it's the way you there salon. Education not free. And it's the way you there salon. Education not free.
Yes, indeed, and it's how we did in a salon, educational free and info be free, because we believe in education as a country, and thank God we governments prioritize them, and we mean say all man for put hand together for ensure say education we take them at the place where we all want them. A very good evening, and I want to welcome you back, Fambul, to the Truth Education platform where they come to you live on Truth FM on 103.9. Right from the broadcasting house now Il Court, and fam we go same way so get me now with Facebook, YouTube, TikTok account at Truth Media. As always, me na your host, Emmanuel Boa. Fambul, you know say the Truth Education platform where they come to you from Truth Media, where they talk about a lot of things them about education. We talk about the informal education, the formal education, and non-formal. And today we talk about something important again, and this gets for do with education in the security sector. How this what it mean for we country, and how this go empower we youths them, and bridge the gap when it come to youth unemployment. So I guess we'll talk about a lot of things today, and I guess we'll talk to the director and the post we in charge of this, and we're going for explain you why Salon need for invest in security sector, and empower the young one therefore know about security matters, because a country without a robust security system and people don't understand about the security structure, and go be in a country of a misguided country entirely. So guys, for talk about all this, as I say, we talk about we talk with the founder and the managing director for the Netherlands Security Institute. Yes. So for just a recap, the UBA Foundation, the National Essay Competition still on, and they still they collect submissions of essays from students at SS level across the country, and go tap April 30, and Juliana EP Kabawe na the top man for UBA SL, encourage students for write on the topic. We focus on gender-based violence, the causes, the consequences, and the solutions. So they look forward to students completing and submitting their essays. So Fambul also today in the program we're going to talk to the internal and external officer for international students in Algeria. We understand say government don't release the 2024-2025 stipend them. as them be say some challenge with the government be don't release them, but and now then get some. And also they call on government for CC government release them 2025, 2026 stipend them. And that's now some of the things that we for talk now the Truth Education platform today. Fambul, as always, for be part of the conversation, I will kindly ask you for send you message now we short code 239, or you drop your comments now we comment section our Facebook, YouTube, but TikTok account. I go read them and then refer to my guest now the studio. As always, Fambul, education at speed, no time to waste. Make I take you through we latest news them and developing stories now the education sector. One gets for do with the First Lady of Salone, when a Dr. Fatima Madabio, they don't call for one urgent action for make leader them, create opportunity them for picking them through technology. We go empower them and also no go make the exposed to batting them. And make this call here is a one high power meeting with the fostering the future together global coalition, where them be all now the White House, now Washington DC. Make we get a message and then we'll get to the other story.
Honored to be here at the White House among four spouses of influence and purpose. Hopeful because together we carry the power to shape the future of millions of children whose voices are not in this room, but whose lives will be defined by what we do here today. Because somewhere today, a child is struggling and studying by candlelights. Somewhere, a girl is walking miles to a classroom that may not have a teacher. Somewhere, a boy is full of promises but cut off from opportunities simply because of where he was born. This is the reality we must change. In Sierra Leone, we believe that education is not just a right, it is a lifeline. It is the bridge between vulnerability and opportunity. It is a bridge between limitation and possibilities. But today, that bridge must be stronger, it must be wider, and it must be smarter. Because the world our children are growing up in is not the world we inherited from our own parents. The world today, it is digital, it is fast moving, it is unforgiving to those who left behind, and so we must act with urgency and with wisdom. We are embracing technology not as a luxury, but as a necessity. Through EdTech, we are reaching the unreachable, bringing learning to children in rural villages, in undeserved communities, in places where classrooms may be few, but dreams are many. And yes, we are exploring the promises of artificial intelligence. Because imagine a world where every child receives the attention they deserve, where learning is tailored, where struggles are identified early, where potential is nurtured, not overlooked. This is not a distant dream. It is within our reach, but let us be clear. Technology alone is not enough because the same digital world that opens doors can also expose our children to harm. If we are to lead them into the future, we must also protect them within it.
Yeah, Fambul, that's now the First Lady of Salone, where now Dr. Fatima Madabio, where they talk to dignitaries them now Washington DC, America, as they call on authorities them for see where they invest in picking them and ensure say technology be one of the tools them way we for drive them better learning at the schools them. But again, in the safe for ensure say they for guide them picking them, because if they expose them to technology, artificial intelligence without proper guidance, it will affect them future back. That's a very good call by the First Lady of Salone. And we safe they look forward to the development of technology in our schools them, the application of them not only in the urban areas but also the rural communities, the hard to reach communities where they also need for be part of this revolutionary development. So Fabul, that's now the first lady, and they call on authorities there for ensure say technology didn't then schools them. And away from that, the Bow School they about for celebrates them 120 year anniversary as Oba, we na the alumni association, they serve the clock 97 year with the team celebrating a rich legacy and inspiring generations. Make we get a message from the national president, Winner Engineer Dabo, and also the principal of the Bow School, where na Reverend Asan Kaidesi, where they may make statements in the press conference ahead of the celebrations next week.
We are gathered to mark a truly monumental occasion, the 120th anniversary of Bow School and the 97th anniversary of the Old Bow Boys Association. While we acknowledge our own milestone, I want to be clear that this year's celebration is deliberately and intentionally centered on the school itself. It is a tribute to the institution that has, for over a century, been a crucible for character, a forge for leaders, and a beacon of hope for Sierra Leone. Our focus is on celebrating the achievements of the students, the current custodians of the Bow School legacy, and reaffirming the timeless values that make this institution unique.
As a new principal of the school, I think one of the things that I always wanted to bring back is to bring Bow School back to the honor roll of academic excellence. And how do I intend doing that? I want to look at effective teaching methods. How do we get people who are qualified to teach our boys, as it was in those days, or as it was in the beginning? We want to see how we can bring technology into learning. The world has changed, and if the world has changed, we should all also change, so that we go alongside with what the world really wants to see or project, so that we can have what we think we stand for. Basically, we want to see how we can motivate the boys. As we are all aware, our own days are not like their own days. In our own days, we had no mobile phones, we had no ways to connect with maybe the world that they now connect with. So we want to see how we could motivate them to be interested in affording as pupils who have decided to be exceptional in learning.
Yeah, Fambul, that's now the principal for Bow School, Reverend Asan Kainesi, and also the national president for OBA, the Alumni Association, Engineer Dabo, where they talk about this year celebration of Bow School as it clock 120 years and OBA the clock 97 years. As they say this year, they focus on the school and also the students them, and the principal they say them plan for ensure say them they advance the teaching and learning methods at the school, and also see way how they go incorporate technology in the teaching and learning processes. Just like the first lady they call on authorities them for see way for ensure say them integrate technology in the schools them. So this na a timely call, and also the best approach way the principal of Bow School they talk about for ensure say them introduce technology to the students them. And this should be a national approach for ensure say every student get access to technology. So now I join the internal and external officer for international students in Algeria, where Abdullah Musa Mara. We will give you updates on the delayed stipend issues, the way they don't come up, and we meant to understand the government be don't release sometime back, but now the embassy now Senegal not be disburse them money, release them to them. Abdullah, are you there on the call? Hello, Abdullah.
Yes, sir, I get you. Are they on the call, sir?
Yes. Welcome to the Truth Education platform.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, waiting at the latest updates in relation to the stipends. The last time I be hosting, I be saying now over 18 months governments not be releasing our stipend them. Waiting at the latest update.
First of all, we will take this medium for thank like a truth media and the Sierra Leone embassy in Algeria here and well-meaning for Sierra Leonean. After we don't get that conversations that Baku people are able for get them, even the head of chancellor itself we been withheld that money they necessary this and the minister of fire education, Dr. Wuri, contact all around. So release the stipend with immediate effect. We in Alhamdulillah now we don't already like a bit with 24 year stipend.
So this stipend it cater to the needs of the new students and when they come the 21 new students them they release sooner the entire stipend for the 2025-2026 academic year as well.
Now 2025, 2026 academic year they not release primary year first. Now then we said new student we then count with one new student then because we get to realize understand the Minister of Fire Education notify all new student that they not dey on that scholarship scheme. But like living in Nigeria here without stipend, without like funding from government, it's so difficult. It's rather already able like still without funding. I am. Because 1 year as a student, you know the work. Now another thing again, this country now one of the way very difficult for a person take money send an or take money from this country send an any other country then ban down there. The only way we be able to get na through like government, we government send through embassy to embassy wey na like a diplomatic treaty. So we dey really appeal to the government of Sierra Leone and we dey beg all ministries wey dey on board to see how best the government could also include them 21 in the name under this 2025-2026 academic year stipend.
So then 21 students them now under which terms then go now bilateral and scholarship terms or now fully funded programs.
I've been sent a link to one of them. I don't know if don't join so that we will like ask candidate. I think we will like explain to you more better concern. But like if you don't get like one-on-one like a conversation with them, then tell we say then get the scholarship through Ministry of Higher Education where the Embassy of Algeria been open the scholarship apply to Ministry of Higher Education. Already so like a bilateral scholarship in between the government of Nigeria and the government of Tunisia.
Okay, as you dey say una don receive una 2024-2025 academic year stipends them you don't send message to government. So how far una don go with the government for ensure say they release una 2025-2026 because you last day tell me say the 1,800 with government dey release yearly not enough for una.
Yeah, because like for Algeria here, like things are very expensive and even things are really expensive. 1,500 for let you able like a use and even for like a 6 months except maybe you be somebody with you for manage very well. Because therefore think of feeding, therefore think of a lot of things, transportation. Also like we get for like a pay for investment every year we pay for investment. And before being I've been 50 euro, now the law increase to 150 euro. 150 euro for them resident and we also get for like pay for basement with them certificate of resident, we get for pay for that. We also get for pay for inscription, though not done the not that much enough. And sickness if you can as somebody in way you get for buy medicine with feeding, everything expensive. So like 1,800 yes now money but like, it's so little for able to sustain abroad.
Okay, Abdullah Musa Mara, thank you for now updates day from Algeria. And as it call on government for ensure say they release the 2025-2026 academic year and also stipends them of the academic year and also help the 21 students with understand say they on scholarship they but they don't get money for their living expenses and basic needs as you did say. Thank you for joining. We'll go follow up on this and see how governments they go for help una as students in other country. Thank you, Abdullah.
Oh, always welcome.
Yeah. So Fambul, that's na Abdullah Musa Mara, na the internal and external officer for international students in Algeria. They call on government for me government help them, even though they don't release them 2024-2025 academic year stipends. They also need this year stipend and challenging as you see the money they receive yearly not enough because it's so expensive for living in that country. And also for CWA for support the 21 new students where they don't go. They pay the tuition fees, but forget money for take care of themselves na a big challenge. So that's not a concern we raise and we hope say governments go come in and help them. So Fambul, today we dey talk about an important topic, important for we as a nation and also important for we as young people. We know say over the years we get a lot of young people waking don't see to us because of get good credit or get opportunity for go university, get for left then treat the say bribe body, clean them or some man can even force young man for going to drug dealing and other things them. So there are a lot of issues them. We also get some students where they colleges and universities they get for and defer them courses tap for go because of get the resources for go. But we get a lot of youth and back way say, oh, me, I'm going to security, the security sector. I get skills, I know how to manage, I know how to do this, but I not get the platform, I not get the right people there for meet for see way out and way for train me for my become a security person in my country. So they come talk to the founder and managing director of programs for the Neerlander Security Institute, where they don't set up and they're about for do the work and train young people. One for know what them come about and how them way for tackle the challenges that we face in terms of security and also tackle the issue of job unemployment among the youths and all of that. So I get the pleasure for welcoming at the studio Joseph Nyalanda, the founder and managing director of programs for the institute. Welcome to the show, sir.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
Yes. So I don't introduce you. I don't talk a bit of what we can talk about. This now institution and focus on security entirely, the security sector, and also now they talk about young man them how for invest in young man them through the security sector. Waiting prompt now for come about this idea. Waiting at the vision behind this idea.
Yeah, okay. Thank you for having me, man. Like they say, security is something very fluid and dynamic, right? And like with overseas, there is no monopoly in training people who are going to be security personnel. Because most of the time, the states, they lack the resources we require for trained professionals and for good filling positions. So at the lecture at FBC in Department of Political Science, but mainly we will get now the masters in security. We emphasize on professionalism. But you never expect somebody come up from just high school, we get RAS, they go join police or soldier or anything. They get a professional background in knowing what security is. So that is the bridge that we're trying to what. We therefore, separate the average man from the security expert. And this is not at the master's level, not at diploma level. So once you get at least like 4 hours, they come inside, we train you for be either a military expert or what? A correctional expert or police expert. That is the driving force. We want to revolutionize and what? Professionalize the security sector in this country.
So this basically not get for do with whether you get idea about security, not get idea. They just want for ensure say una professionalize them. Even though if you don't get small idea about them, they do some security work, but you want for make a more professional, as you say.
So this is not a 2-year program where we dey tailor towards you entering into the police or the military. All right, with 2 years of training in strategy, intelligence, UN peacekeeping, all those conventions that guide military. Once you get that education, in 2 years you will become, say I want to be soldier, but you're coming in as a professional because you already don't get the training with the average person don't get. So this is a job ready program we design. Where you come on, you get a 2-year diploma in police science, you get advantage for become a police officer because you get the training. It's never been done in this country. But I work as a police in America. And most of the universities in America, they get their own private security programs. You go do 1 year, 2 years, you get a police requirement. Where you go, the police they spend so much for training you for become a police because you already have the education. All right? So now that program they will come with for Sierra Leone.
Yeah. So most of the time, people equate security as a physical guide. You have to go guide also go guide. So you talk about police. What are the other areas that want to train in terms of security?
Also, security is a fluid, right? You just safeguard what they call critical infrastructure. It could be saying a data center, it could be saying a hospital, it could be saying any side where the government get personal interest, where any disruption that lead to within, chaos. All right. So if you get the education to get that intelligence, you enter police, then you see certain behavior, you'll be at the forefront to say, hey, boss, I have a situation going on. This is what's going on. Then I base off your training. But if you not get that training from the already limited, because we already know the budget is thin by the government, for continuous training. The average time we take now America for become a police gonna be 1 year, 2 months, the average time. But in Sierra Leone, I had to go up to 6 months. So you're not even abreast with the whole security dynamics.
So this now an added advantage for the security sectors, the police, the military. If somebody don't get a full credit and you don't get added diploma, where you will make a more professional than the spaces them.
Of course, yes. If you come inside, we get different ways of taking people into our program. Assuming that you've been a police officer or you don't become a soldier man for 20 years, you get a learn-on experience. You don't learn certain things then where you be the work, not experience. So we waive some of the requirements then for you. You come inside, we train you, through what? Intelligence gathering. Because we're in the age of technology. AI, they take over everything. And what most people don't understand, security is not the only job we not ever going to go away. We're not going to forget AI robots where they can arrest you as police officer. But if we professionalize the security sector in this country, a lot of things will change. It's real.
Yeah, a lot of people from where they listen, so where they say security work, you say that the layman or job. Some man don't know about the advanced aspects of them. We talk about AI. How una come about their idea for put artificial intelligence the cyber security, all of you. How una come about their ideas for say Saloni you're more advanced like other countries.
So currently, like I told you, currently at the FBC at the lecture day, they're in Department of Political Science, mainly cybersecurity. All right, but the country is moving, the world is moving towards technology. If you can't take people then from the street, they can't join police or then join soldier. They're not abreast with the current trend in technology. You are creating a deficit within your own organization. But since the government not get the resources for training people there beyond that 6 months, we need private institutions there. We will provide professional training. But then people that will then go out, they are expert. And it happened in America. Most people will know. You go in a college, but you go for go study for become a policeman or soldier man. When you come outside, you don't reduce the redundancy. The agency not going to spend so much money for training you because you already have the training. Now they go train you based off the policies, then we then get we not internal policies. So this is not the goal. We want to reduce the burden on the government. Privatize some of these ideas. Where people then can join police, you already get the diploma. You are qualified. But this is what you study. But if you say, for instance, you go do animal science in Najala, you get a bachelor's in animal science. But with time, you decide to say, oh my God, I want to be a police officer. There's a deficit in your ideas. You know, there's no security background. All right? So this program will out. It is a tailor-made program specifically for people who want to be in the security sector. You understand? Daniel.
Yeah, Fambul also go on for ask this question. Yeah, you talk about in national security. We now for national security safety. We now for build na net stay for the country. Also go on for no so na come out na government recognize una then una get accreditation for also una get our government will come put una yes man. They now get anything like that.
So currently we are accredited by NCTV. We get 1 year accreditation where they assess we for see if we're able to live up to the curriculum that we develop. So our accreditation is there, it is active. All right. But for the first time in Sierra Leone, we get an institute where they cater for people then we want to become security personnel. And this the past issues that may happen, you know, November 20. Was it November 26? Right? Because we do not have the capacity, you know, for intelligence gathering. People who are professional, there were lapses. So we train people there now for recognize those lapses. We can inside police, you already get the basic education for become a police officer. Now the agency go train you on their own policy, but you already know what to do. All right? Professionalism in this country, not the money away. AKA, we say the entire cow and they eat. Now America, policeman they say that day. Because you're paid very well to become a guardian of the people. So you knowing that you're going to serve the people, don't worry what, don't pave the way for make you be professional. Now we may be the talk, I say, this is going to be very limited. Not to all my would out inside. But without people then, we get passion to secure the state. We get the passion for no say salon we own. Regardless of you go America or Britain, the only place where you get absolute freedom are here. So if you're able to contribute amicably to the security of your own nation, you're creating an impact.
Yeah, before we come to the curriculum we develop on our programs, how structured it be, because you see, well, of course, accreditation. Yes. So you talk about November 26th incidents, and also don't get some issues about the Yenga and the Kariele border, all of that. And later you see government, they say that they go fact-finding team for see what caused the issue, or what are the main issues. For the soldier that did the how more una institution they go for just una train them and even provide data before even governments they will send experts and more.
Okay, so thank you for that question. This time most people don't even understand. All right, in war or in every conflict, you get two parties, right? One day we powerful pass in company. If the man we powerful pass in company as a country engage in any military confrontation, it becomes what they call asymmetric warfare. Right? Like with Guinea and Sierra Leone. Not that Guinea then personnel and train pass we, but as of this moment, and get military equipment, we're going to suppress we own defenses. So it going to be done asymmetric warfare. So if we have personnel that are trained in what? Intelligence gathering, negotiations, right? Of course, Guinea can occupy Yenga because of the conflict will happen in Sierra Leone. We see and say, at least if they come all the way to Yenga, for most Sierra Leonean rebels and just enter Guinea, it will take time. So let me then advance. But the cartography is there that Yenga belongs to Sierra Leone. It's not like, not to something like we, everybody aware of that. The historical map day, Yenga and Sierra Leone. But because of the problem we get, the Guineans they advance. So if we get people the way skin, you understand it, and in the security area, there's something called the instrument of national power. We in the Department of Political Science, we call it DIME. What is DIME? The D stands for diplomacy. The I stands for information and propaganda. The E is the economic part. All right? The M is the military. For right now, the only option we get against Guinea is through what? Diplomacy. Because they have more equipment than us, right? And we are close. We did now border we share. Recently we experienced they sent 500 people and then deport them. What do you mean by deportation in an African country? We Guinea there, we there, they say then deport 500 Australians. That is not to deport. Now removal. But the country, they go through so much because we not get people that really great skin. You understand? In the dynamics of global conflict and security. So,
okay, before we come to the curriculum back, we see, of course, there's a bill within our parliament. Of
Okay.
course, Dr. Senge, the presenter, they talk about the importance of it's the special protection system for the ex-president, vice, and the speaker of parliament. How una institution work towards that for sure, say, help the government for be more professional.
that is where the program comes in handy. And I follow everything yesterday. I even sent message to CM. I commend them on that because, like in America, we get what we call the Secret Service. Once you've become a president, you don't become somebody who is in a higher level of society. You get protection until you die. That is lacking. That is novel. A new program we take out, but the people that are inside the security, apparatuses, they don't know what it means. Marabio, after in tenure, got to become a citizen. Right? Do you know that, right? But it requires that same level of protection where it gets, like right now. So with training, by default, it becomes apparent to people that we need to safeguard these people. Let's say, for instance, right? Marabio authorized, say, like where Iran and America they benefit right now, right? Then Marabio say, no, I need to support America, they support Iran. All right? All the people then will support America and we get Israeli interest. What's in happen? They go against Mara because their own security need is not addressed, which makes Mara vulnerable. So we provide security for counter those vulnerabilities. Like for instance, not to like Obama, a black person become a first president. Now he's doing in library, they can open soon at Chicago. The same level of security we get as president are the same we get right now. So with or without your current position, if you don't ascertain some position of the country, you're entitled to that for life. But if I take a mediocre from the village who doesn't even know anything about security and say, I don't want to put you here because we say tie cow na they eat. No, you don't do that in security. In security, you have to be trained, not to haphazard. Right? People they become police officers and soldiers say, I didn't make out this one. I want to go to traffic, I want to go this. It don't work like that overseas. Go pull up and joke. The moment I come inside Mutka, I get me camera on me. They don't count. Record all the conversation between you and I. That is to ensure that you as a citizen, you're not a client. I need to serve you to the best of my ability. But I have a record of my transaction with you. So
we therefore discuss about the morale, the manner, the attitude of security officers to the citizens. Therefore, can't talk about that. But now, one thing about professionalism, they say forget an uncompromising attitude of professionalism,
of course.
Ethical considerations, and also forget the skills. Yeah. Yes. So, looking at the 10 things the way I named. So, how curriculum tailor to them to ensure say embedded in them the culture of professionalism in people want to for train.
Okay, so primarily, we establish this program there for professionalism. That is why we do, for now we left at the diploma level. All right, I teach people them for get masters in security and all that. Okay, but most of them guys they don't advance in the careers. They're not going for can done again, for can start all over. So for the new co-host of the people that will train, then we'll start from the bottom. Because they are training these policies. So by the time it's 5, 6, 7 to 10 years, they have established themselves. Because AI is coming, artificial intelligence is coming, and it will eliminate a lot of jobs. But I can assure you, we're not going to forget security officer in our AI. We're not going to forget security, you know what I mean? I mean, we will use them as a backup. We're not going to forget AI when a colonel. We're not going to forget AI when a commissioner. Never. Maybe the colonel or the commissioner go try for cloning himself because of technology. But this is what we need right now. Professionalize the whole system. In political science, we get what they call the spoil system, right? Most people know the spoil system. If I run for election, then you support me, with or without your experience or anything, I'm going to give you a job. I make you turn within director of intelligence. But are you qualified to be in that position? No. So within my own government, I'm creating this deficit of what? Professionalism. Now we admission criteria and we really center on mainly job experience. We want more of the people that we don't serve for a long time. We don't know the dynamics they have for coming to the program and learn. And I will tell you for a fact, if I have the support from the government, all right, this program is going to be free. But the people I'm going to target are people in the government. Where they work, we don't even know what they for do as far as security concerned. You feel me? That is it.
So the area of cybersecurity and artificial intelligence, how we una tailor una course for ensure say you go for at least the then security, we see una target now in the government, the people the security personnel them. How them programs they ensure say them become equipped knowledgeable about artificial intelligence in relation to data protection, data gathering, and all of that. How would they make them more professional in the work?
Okay, it was so like I will tell you that we are goes training. The moment where you try with we start with we go straight. We're not just doing courses that you don't need to be a graduate. Deficits in this country make you to know. You go for college for a bachelor's degree. There are classes that you take that you don't even need. But here, the one as you begin, we start with strategy. What is strategy? What's in a strategy? Any side. You don't set you goal on one aim and you are achiever. So you build a strategy towards that. Regardless of the government within their power, this institution here want make them not only for Sierra Leone, a regional, we get academics from overseas coming here. For instance, let's say Israel, a small country, right? Mm-hmm. Now what is going on right now? America and Israel combined for attack Iran, right? Mm-hmm. But the reason we make Israel so powerful is because they invested so much into their security programs. All right? They get different defensive mechanisms. We help them for able to counter Iranian threat. You understand? So now that we need for Sierra Leone, even though we not get money like other countries, but if we professionalize with security apparatus, we become unlimited in what we do.
Okay, so you talk say target people who can have government and all of that. Of course, that's not the highest cadre. Of course, way about young man way don't sit in Wasni for go university or don't sit back no for go now level for pay for a fees. You know, they cater to the needs as well.
Yeah, we cater to the needs, but we just get with accreditation. So what we are trying to do, spoke to the board chairman, who is Dr. Moses Fuller, and we admission program. We really want to just get contract from the government then send people to us. We train them in a very professional way that will give them back. Now, citizens get chance for coming inside. But you need kind inside no more say because you pass was. Because it's an examination. We don't know how credible it is. But for the passion and your interest in learning, not that they will do. We train you. You go to the government. Nalanda Institute, come on, I give me diploma in military science. You have this advantage because you already have the education. It costs less on the government for training you, for become who they want you to become.
Okay, looking at the 2-year diploma, we talk about the training. Look at the policies in terms of cybersecurity, they lost them. Now, therefore, teach them people about the laws, them how you also compare with other countries, them how they implement their own security laws, them and how for be more ethical and professional as well.
So, Sierra Leone, we get the Cybersecurity Act of 2021, where they don't pass already within existence, even though a concentrate more on punishment and repercussions towards your actions. I don't write about 3 articles and we get to deal with that there on the internet. That was a good move, but where the war end, right? There's something called SSR, that is Security Sector Reform, right? The goal was to have a civilian oversight over our security apparatus. All right, now make we get awareness as a governing body for every other thing. All right. So, but during this time, when they've been doing, technology was not really considered. Nobody considered technology that much. So, we the advocates say, in the context of SSR, there should be cybersecurity. But the world is moving towards AI and technology. And how do you safeguard your critical infrastructures? Is by having a robust, a policy on cybersecurity and cybercrime.
So Fambul, Joseph and Nyalanda, it's guy for say the security system where them gets not a one way get for say the go team for go guide person in place so that you way therefore be advanced, you expose people into technological tools them, how for apply them in governance, how for apply them in security issues them where they can arise and how for be more intelligent, get intelligence about potential crisis or conflicts where might come at the country. So that the areas them it try for talk about. So this una trainings and una certificates. How advanced it be that you because you talk about say una vision a big now for be regional. How advanced it be for me salon post we go don't get una trainings and get una diploma go for get opportunity out there beyond salon.
Yeah, so like we're doing partnership. The first step now we don't take. Forget your internal accreditation. That is how you start an institution that you want them to progress, right? So that is done and dusted. But I have professors from Frobe College who they don't buy into this idea. Say, look, give pressure on this. You don't need to get a bachelor's degree for be a policy analyst. You just need some training, knowing that a policy is what you intend to do or not to do. You understand it? So the security dynamics completely will change. You don't need for go on PTS, they did 6 months again for become police. If we train you for 2 years, PTS, when I did salon police training stuff, we just take maybe 1 month for show you their own policy. You're grounded. If you have a diploma in military science for 1 year, we don't train you on strategy, counterterrorism, espionage, report writing. Right? We don't train you on specialized areas. You can't train soldier, you already know what you do. So the military, they just spend more resources and, through their own policies, you understanding that the president is your commander-in-chief. And you know the organogram of your organization. That is how it works.
Okay, for posting away one for go through the training, one for of course and get so much passion in the military and then police. We want for know what way at the get in trainees them will they for know how for use weapons or how for counter.
So, since we are limited for now, that is why I said the later part of your career projection, now the government they do. Now we they do the defensive techniques, how for defense, physical defensive techniques. That they part of a curriculum.
Oh, okay.
But we are not going to use weapons. So once you get into, let's say, the military, or you get into the police, then we'll scan you now for using weapons and all that. Because I want to reduce the bureaucratic step of you becoming a professional security expert. That is the primary force of what we are doing.
Okay, looking at security sector across the world, most of which gets for do with gender balance and inclusivity in ensure and cater to everybody in it, even people with they live with disabilities, man and woman. How inclusive this one be?
Yeah, of course. So now we, as we method of recruiting people, we need to look into a lot of stuff. I told you about the spoil system, which means if you support me in an election, I might give you a job. You understand? But you get sababu, you don't get sababu. You don't get, let's say, a diploma in police science. That is what you've trained to do. No matter how possible, you get masters or any size, say, but I don't get diploma in police science, I get a tenacity for deliver for me. All right? So this is our emphasis. We emphasize on this side. We not on numbers we look for, but one produce candidates we then will represent you in a salon and abroad. You know, I become a police. I mean, I'll be fortunate for becoming a police in America because, my academic standing was good, now Houston, Texas, and, I got to join the sheriff. But for the University of Houston where I attend, they get what they call ROTC at the military side. Then gets them within police academy in 2 years. You know the police, but you go to the academy, you don't get all the state requirements. When you go apply for police officer job, you'll be considered first. Because what? You're trained to do it.
Okay, for people where they na university and colleges where can go study, if come out from mass com, the communication wing, you can specialize as a broadcast journalist or as print journalist for writing newspaper or as public relations person. So for these programs that you talk about, you be a script writer, taking reports, intelligence. So one person can specialize in their areas. They're all on a specific area they specialize.
So for every learning process we get to go through, you get to tailor what you want to do. You get a bachelor's in political science, right? But is it comparative politics, political theory, political economy, security? So what you want, now would it tell you program too? We need to allow you to say, okay, you're just going to do straight program and this you do. No. You know where IPAM starts? We were one of the few people that started over there at IPAM. At IPAM, those days, year 1, year 2, on Monday one side. Now where they go now, they send you to go public sector, you know what I mean? But you all have that foundation. And that's how we're going to do it. If you want to spend 1 year with us, there's 1 year program. But with 2 year program, it's going to be different from the 1 year program. But this is not about making money. This is really about professionalizing our security sector in this country.
Okay, as you said, this is not about making money, but a way forward to professionalizing our security sector in the country. We come to the social and economic impact of this. Of course, we can see other countries like Germany. We see the German delegation come, 42. The security personnel, but you go really know say this na security people. They see gun the way look. They could not terrorize. The way possible say they terrorize you, one for can do you bad. Like it scares a lot of people. Like where security person they pass, they see say get gun, get BB gun. Like they make other people they scared away. Yes. So waiting this go take waiting will take from the mind of people in terms of you being afraid of a certain security person. We can ask questions or come. The approach of the police officers them and the soldiers them when they can more guns and then community for ask. how this go lessen that threat to the people?
So we are blessings, really. And His Excellency don't really try for make crime irrelevant to most people. I know, like, I've been in America all the time. I cannot salon because of HE. I tell her, I say, I can impact, create an impact. But now here's the idea: do we need a lot of people there on the street when have security personnel? No. What do we need? Now, the professional one, no matter how small it is. The one that within our streets, they know what they do. You don't need equipment where no mean nothing to you. Sierra Leoneans will look for enjoy. But you know, Sierra Leone just compared to other African countries, engage in crimes and crimes and crimes. Now we know there's an issue of drug where they go around. Drug abuse, maybe it's just there. With time we will work on that. But we are training people to be professional, and not by numbers, but by the quality of the individuals that we're going to produce. So, and if you're paid well, let's say you're paid, you're expected to be paid 2 million, then somebody give you 3 million, that job they roll out to one. But the person go beyond your expectation.
Yeah.
All right. So most of the people in Gavoka get them papers they will get. They are exceptional. They have the education, unlike any other person else.
Okay. There's also this issue of, you talk about professionalism too and broad. Yes, in broad. That means how for work well, yes, as a security force in a society. Now we can get this issue of police. Then they say order from above. Somebody send them for come broke place or for come vandalize the place. Then all of a sudden you go see them give for fire, tear gas, this that. How more distributable for ensure the issues them like for tackle them?
That is the thing. Like I don't want to attack the government or anything. Security is fluid, is flexible to sporadic adjustment. All right. And if you look at it, in de-escalation, like for de-escalate, for bring people down, it's mainly handled by professionals. Knowing that you, as a security personnel, you work for the citizens. The first thing we got to do, de-escalate. Tell them, say, oh, stop, please. I cannot do anything to you because you have the right. In democracy, you have the right to protest. You have the right to speech and all that, right? Or, gathering, not unlawful gathering. That is given the permission that you have. But if we have personnel that are trained, knowing the Constitution, knowing the bounds of their authority, that it creates more professionalism, where people they come over and they can watch and say, oh my, this is what emulating. You see?
Inspiring. So Fumble, this is the Truth Education platform. Yeri Joseph Nelanda, we are the founder and managing director of programs at the Nelanda Security Institute, where they focus on the security sector and then come for ensure they advance and become more professional, as in the say. We'll go for a short commercial break. We'll come right back and delve more into this aspect of security and professionalism in the security sector.
Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected. Orange Maxis gets flexible data and voice plans them we go fit you lifestyle. Try the Colat Mini for just 70 leon and get 2.5 Mbps speed for 7 days. You can need data anytime. Your bundle they give you fast internet anytime you day. For you can prefer customized plan. Your own bundle they make you select the exact data and voice package where you need. Find the best data and voice option now on Maxit. Download the app and stay connected.
Yes, Fambul, welcome back. If you just joined this is the Schools Education Platform where they come to you live on Truth FM on 103.9 with me, Emmanuel Mboa. They in the studio with Joseph Nyalanda. We in the founder and managing director of programs for the Nyalanda Security Institute. We a new institution we come train young people and government and personnel them security personnel for me them become more professional in their work. So I come to you back, Joseph. This aspect of the security sector, we talk about the entrepreneurial angle. Is this a way for motivate other security institutions? Then we can see more security personnel within the gates. Some man don't know how for counter-attack, how for faith, how for use intelligence for no city person criminal. Is it a way for motivate other institutions them or also train people for maybe for build their own business?
So many people, most people that get the ideas. In political science, let's say for instance war. All right, I was a Persian writer. And the military strategies, we in a Calvin Clausewitz. Clausewitz say war is a continuation of policy by another means. Which means if I want to let you do something, you know what I'm doing, how they affect you. You gotta be policy, I want to implement. Alright? The problem we're getting at this country, and I will tell you for a fact, is lack of professionalism in our security sector. Now watch. America, the CIA get within blank budget, which means they use any money they want to use. All right? In Israel, Mossad, blank budget, or the Zaret Matkal, blank budget. Right? That is to tell you that for a state to survive, it's one thing that is needed: the security of that state. A violation of that state's sovereignty makes that state invalid, like what did happen to we at the border. All right? You need to take advantage of us because knowing that what we have the education, but we don't have the equipment to counter them. So we are just using what we call soft diplomacy. And most of times, we cave into their own demands because what? We cannot, now war of attrition, we never engage them. Personnel and people who will train at this department, I will tell you for a fact, brother, right? They are going out as policy experts. Right? Knowing that in every situation, no matter how fluid it is, you get the necessary step we for take for counter. Salon is a big country, a very small country. But with the education, we will become indispensable. Israel is a small country. Anybody don't go Middle East with it. Israel is a small country. But do you know why they're exceptional? Because they invest in their security. They invest so much money into their own security programs. They got the Iron Dome, they got Dave Jab, they got all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not cool. But then realize it, if we beef up with security, we are home and dry. So that is the idea that we're bringing. So, if we get 10 students per year, we want to learn, our program is rigorous. For every Saturday, we do physical trainings, we train you in swimming, close quarter combat. You understand it? Movement in what we call guerrilla warfare. All landed. So when you go join the soldier now, the government will say, you're trained. That is what we're going to do.
So parts of the training, they will get access to computers, internet, and other field practical, like going to the field for implementation when they teach them every year.
Yeah, of course. So currently, I get people then we come board. They're not just one talk about in our media. But these are people in the government that really buy into the idea and they are willing to do certain things. It's there. So for cybersecurity program, we're going to be very rigorous. It's in our people and we volunteer for provide us things. But we have things. We know, I'm not going to tell you say we get, it's not grandiose stuff, but it is unique and tailored. And people are coming in. They are coming in because there's a need for it. There's a need for it. And in the 21st century, if your security apparatus is not set, what happens? Chaos. America, they call it within CENTCOM, Central Command. They all in America. They bomb Iran. That is what we need in this country. The president should be brief on all security matters in this country. But how do you present to the president what is going on in the country when you don't have the education to? You don't have the techniques required to convey, because for every problem well understand, it's a problem half solved. You know that, right? If I know the problem I get, I don't almost solve it. Because if I say, for instance, I get malaria, what do? Take malaria medication. But if I get typhoid, they are saying a malaria I get. I'm not even starting for myself. That is why security is paramount. That is why security is the most, and that is the most important part of a nation. There's this theory in political science what we call the social contract theory, right? Okay, so the social contract theory say, you as a citizen, you give up some of your right to the state. In turn, the state will provide you with security. Like if you person thief you take a go look in jail. But if you back thief person, what will happen? You back they go to jail. So even though we all know sign that social contract, but it is there. All right. So let people they understand. Let you graduates they understand. Even though you're going to get money, but you're going to serve humanity. You have to serve people then. All right?
Yeah, so I come in the aspect of, we still talk about the practical aspect, because it's so important to get a lot of people who graduate from universities. They don't learn the theoretical aspect of the programs that they go learn, and for come implement it gets to be a big challenge because they never had the opportunity for make they implement them now the course of study for go field trip. But in this aspect of data protection, in terms of cyber security, how for counter attack somebody, how for be very intelligent in your work, is there any opportunity for make them, if a young person might put interest for coming and go get the chance for making go also of work out with big officials them, how for protect them, how for give them intelligence about things that happen in the country?
Yeah, so the thing about, like, when you talk about cybersecurity, is the infrastructure of it is expensive. I tell you, I got people them way, buy me ideas. They are providing, they are doing it. I'm not gonna call their names over here, but we are working towards it. Now, if you get a system we connected to the internet, primary things that we need now, what we call intrusion detection systems or intrusion prevention systems. These are expensive tools that you need. All right, we didn't introduce we can date them to that. But I'm not going to tell you for a fact, say it's going to be grandiose for now. It will be so big because of what? We are limited by resources. But I know for a fact, this being the only institution accredited for security, all right, it's going to be apolitical. It's going to be apolitical. By that I mean, it's not about politics. It's about providing qualified security experts for our nation. So regardless of who is the president, or who is the mayor, or who is a minister, we have qualified people.
Yeah, that one led me to the question how transparent this one will be, and just say una know the partisan against for support this person, this other person no go support them in terms of, because it is about national safety. Yes, so how una the thing na young people, even though yes everybody get young partisan, I get me your interest, I get me the person they support. So if you don't train that person, how you ensure he gets to be professional in the duty, not so because in the supporting person they will provide the kind of intelligence we will provide for the government.
Yeah, I mean, of course that is very normal. Normal in Africa. I can give you so much examples. Like I know even go for done. Let's say for instance, Paul Kagame. Where Kagame came, right? Live revolutionary, pull overthrow, more or less overthrow, become a president, right? That Hutu and Tutsi. After that, now you see, you don't change. You don't become a dictator. But we, as an institution, I was educated in America. I'm not going to lie to you. We know how we do things. Professionalism is not just about gaining or, get. No. You get what tell people, they say, nepotism in politics, even though it happens all the time, it is bad. And now some of the disadvantages and the way inside democracy, way more people don't.
For the technological tools, the one, of course, for counter attack, cyber threats, also cyber security, for ensure say, get robust system, of course, and takes a lot in its resources. Yes. So how this in any way will ensure say government expand on it in technological systems that gets for do with security and make sure say prompt government for make government including in the system, not only for now they train the people, but also making the parts of the security sector.
So that is why we are not we need to ostracize private sector or the government. Matter of fact, we need people, right? Because like I tell you, most of the instruments are expensive for buy. So the reason we make we privatize so much company in this country now because government don't get money for take care of them, right? So this is not money making venture. I'm gonna tell you for a fact. This is really about changing the dynamics of security. Sending people overseas who are trained in this country to be expert. Most of the time, when I get someone in Manuel to talk to, Israel, they go study Cairo. But why do they go over there? Because we're not getting mechanism and the system over here for train them. So if we invest in this country, like what's the out right now, the state will say, okay, Mr. Nylander, this is a good idea. What do you need? How can we abate some of the costs that you're incurring? Because that leads to me that you're not sending people to Israel or sending people to America to be security expert. They are here with you. You have the resources. You have the equipment. But until the equipment comes, you're limited. All right? But like I tell you, I get people that come on board and they come on board with passion. They come on board with passion. So I'm not going to, at the election at FBC, I go be comfortable being at FBC and all that. But there are so much bureaucracy and certain things. Like with security program, they are the master's level. So, what about the people who not get even anything yet? They're not for study security. So that is the deficit. Now that deficit then they now come for counter. You start from diploma level, establish yourself. You can get your bachelor's and a master's. You become a professional in security.
Okay, security until we broad and every institution need them, not only government.
Of course.
Yes, of course. Even political parties if they need them because they need some the way intelligence out for detect issues the way they arise, way might arise, and way it might affect the system and all of that. Of course, institutions them of learning, universities they need intelligence, they need them people them. And also they cater to their needs.
Of course, yeah. That make attention. Like for now we start, it's an open program. By next year, we get a postgraduate program in intelligence analysis. We get programs that we do deal right now. But for now, we have 4 programs. Cybersecurity. Now, all of them are diploma. But if you do 1 year, you get certificate. We get diploma in military science, diploma in police science, diploma in correctional management. That is working at the prison, knowing the dynamics and what goes on. How to run a prison environment. And last but not the least is cybersecurity. When I'm at the helm, even you, the studio OC today, if we don't get defenses with time, they go with DDoS. Or denial of service. You know that, right? Distributed or DDoS. Distributed denial of service. Everything will go down.
It's functional.
Of course. See, so even though we ignore, not say because hello poor people don't target we know there will come a time when this country becomes so advanced, but we are not prepared to counter some of the threats that we'll be facing in the future.
So this year, of course, it gets for provide early warning signs to government before government they go into big economic loss. So what's that the economic advantage we will give the government and also other institutions them if they really embrace this security initiative when they come?
So like I said, right, we talked about the instrument of national power. We say DIME. The E part is the economic part. If you invest, right, in your economy, knowing that this era we made you today in a technology era, but how we go in a technology era, they are the spend power within basic analog or something related to technology. There is a deficit, right? That is why That is why I'm here. That is why I'm here. We get people them. We no say they want to do this, but we want let the whole of Sierra Leone know that we need this more than we are doing. All right, cybersecurity governance. Cybersecurity is the next frontier. You cannot, you may you to know able stop AI existence because they are trained. What me to do inside 1 hour, AI to do it inside 5 seconds. So why are we not training our staff, our people, in this emerging technology? Why are we not?
Okay, governments we don't promise the people salon people say that they create 500,000 jobs, and the Minister of Works Ramaswamy we talk about 100 something thousand, and then still they scale up. And World Bank also urge the government say every year at least for create about 75,000 jobs. Yes. So how did the security sector, if the government invest on our security systems and ensure say become a landmark as salon, how this could bridge the issue, the gap of unemployment across and among the youths them?
So, like I tell you, I mean, this was exam and I stumbling block to so many people. But we don't go and follow ensure say all the district owners alone will get a security institute. There is an island security institute in those districts. Because let's say for instance, you come now free to you don't do your entire life, right? Okay, then you apply for become a police officer. After you get the job, you graduate, then I send you a Kailan. You need to talk my day, you never go to Kailan. You don't even know the dynamics of what happened in that town. Because you're not tailor-made. So now we are going to, like, with the tailor-made people, you come up, can I come? What they give you certificate to, they make that you employ and say, now, can I you born? You know everything in that town for able to tackle the security challenges with it. And that is our problem right now. We get what they call a proliferation of degrees. So everybody you get degree, the more they get degree, get degree. It is good to get a degree. But wait a minute, what you gonna do? Once you get this degree, what you gonna do? Whose impact will you have a bachelor's in population studies. Yeah, how many jobs do we have at statistics to cater for your needs? So that is why we, I'm chief minister, we talk, that the thing that they produce job ready candidates for the market.
Okay, we of course in anything, any initiative where they count in our country, of course, country where they face challenges with security and also economy. You self therefore identify the challenges. You self therefore face challenges. But so far, what are some of the challenges I don't face, and how are they for tackle them?
There's a lot of it. I mean, the challenges they are right there, and but I just don't say this country as a whole, for make you do things, you just get for ignore some part of it. I mean, from what come, the government has been accommodative to me. I've been looking at State House and intelligence, and I know they again, but then then provide for me. But the only thing is, we get misplaced priorities. I know like you. And for a nation, we understand that security is the most important. A nation we bound for growth. But it's not only physical security. There's human security, food security. There's a lot of security that you have to understand to ensure that you're on the right track. Yes. And so, come up from that physical work, go in our office and come. We need to train more people for know what is some of we don't know oversee who we can with, for ensure yes, we're getting a better result.
Okay, Joseph, and we don't get to our accreditation. So far, we say we on a position right now as an institute we work for ensure we want to begin for 10 people. So on a right now.
Okay, so currently we formal classes start May 1st, but next Monday 13 now we do the grand opening for His High Excellency the First Lady is who we invited as the guest speaker, but we also talk to Minister of Youth. We get security personnel. We get Colonel Zukeli. We get Professor Bangura. People are coming on board. Because there's a need for this. There's a need for this. Not only we do for anything, because we need them. But why we left Sierra Leone, we send personnel in Egypt and Israel for good training security when we have people with the same expertise in Sierra Leone to offer.
Okay, looking at the kind of challenges we want to hope for curb and address as an institution. So far, waiting when I don't put in place for ensure say this thing become more sustainable.
Oh well, resource mobilization. I've been here since 2022. I come America, come out on there, and we don't mobilize resources for where we start. Like, with or without any help, we will continue the program. Not a sporadic something. It's been meticulously planned, and we're working towards it.
So from now, in 5 years' time, waiting Salone for expect in terms of professionalism in the security sector and also employment opportunities for young people. Because I believe say if governments buy this idea and invest in them and partner with una and way for get more easy for create more jobs for more people. So in the next 5 years, waiting Salone for expect.
So in the next 5 years, I'm hopeful that we will take this program from the diploma program to a degree program. And not only that, we institution will serve as a hub for regional training. Not than they want. For regional training. We don't need to send people overseas again. That they can learn. Because Salone people, Salonians are smart, bro. Right? We are smart. So in the next 5 years, we want to make Nalanda Security Institute to be the hallmark of security training in West Africa, not only Sierra Leone. Wherein if you get a diploma from people that know say yes, this is Lanam, and you sabi what you do. This is not about any other cause. No, this is mainly security and the way for do security.
And why should the government partner with you?
Of course, like with junior officers, we can get lieutenants and all that. Our diploma in military science, it's a stepping stone for you to promote, and it gives you everything that you need for make you promote. So the collaboration with the government, I know say for camp, I know because it's all about commitment and your case present, how you present your case, but everything is on track.
So, Fambul, you don't listen to Joseph Nyalandawe Naina, the founder and managing director of programs, na the Nyalanda Security Institute. So, Joseph, want to make you find a message to Salone people, because as you start earlier, every country gets security system. You need people with a well grounded in security and exposed to advanced security systems, because without which, of course, the security people what they sleep therefore protects we, but not only for protect. The way they protect with data, they protect a lot of things in governance. So governments no go get more, as you say, challenges, economic challenges, and instability and all of that. So with now one message we go Salone people as we end the show.
Yeah. Okay. So most people don't know say you go train for this soldier man. We need to the soldier and train you. Not to Salone no more. And they happen all over the place. ROTC, we get programs in. All right. First in the country to specialize in security. And everybody will embrace this now. We're not going to be the first co-host, and we're not going to contribute to what? The future of this country. Because the future of the country depends on what? Security. We're not able to combat war. But that war, it happened because most people do not even get the idea. They don't even wait to make the effect. Understand? So the more people we get trained, them, even when they get job, they know say, war is a continuation of policy by another means. That's it.
Okay, Fambul, you don't get from Joseph Nyalandawe Naina, the founder and the managing director of programs for the Nyalanda Security Institute, one big security institution where they look forward to training more people, whether in governance, in the private sector, the individual way they under, of course, for Seaway Outway for get trained to we security sector and going forward. So they get a lot of visions them, as you say, that they offer the course system, then get a 1 year and 2 year in a diploma, and also they look forward for get the postgraduate course system, then the degree and all of that. So of course, the country cannot run without a robust security system. People are really able to drive the security sector. Yes, we get already, yes, but with the kind of explanation and advanced approach we see them get, we believe there is a need for partnership, collaboration, and see how this go before. So as always, Fambola don't be you host at the Truth Education platform, Mina Emmanuel Boa. And today I get the pleasure for host Joseph Nyalanda. We did at the studio and our for say plenty to take it to our for we don't shed light on why Salon for invest in the security sector and for make them more robust as we for him for tackle the challenges them going forward. So Fambola say thank you to you. We don't listen to you and we don't follow me now. We various social media handles and plenty thank you to my technical team for the technical support for this show. Yeah. If I also say next week I will come back with another mind-blowing and exciting show on the Truth Education platform. I want to say plenty thank you and tata.
Scare me, baby.
Education.